Welcome back everyone to Wandering the Wildwood, where today we are going to see if we can advance the rep storylines for our two areas here. And I thought that before I start doing quests in order to do that, I remember that we have these tokens here that I believe if you click on them you can get some rep for them. In fact, that was enough to reach acquaintance right over there. So now, is there something that we can do as a result of that? It appears that we have a new quest right over here. Hunting for the League.
Might I take a moment of your time?
You're becoming a valuable member of the League of the Axe Warden. How could you like to go on this hunt? Nightcrawl here is leading a hunting expedition into the Wildwood. Speak with him when you're ready, and he will fill you in with the details. Yes, so we start out with a little hunting expedition for this. So let's see. Here we are. Nightcrawlfoot.
What do you need?
Yep, that's me. Nightcrawlfoot. You ready to go hunting? We are going to start by checking some of the traps the League has set in the Wildwood. There would be more to do later, but that's all you need to know right now. Let's get to it, then, and we will meet up in the woods after our tasks are complete. So check the traps for meat in the Wildwood and check traps for live catches in the Wildwood. Alright, I suppose I can do that. Now, this means I will also have to go back to Trestle and start working on their rep things. And I'm hoping to have enough clickies that perhaps we could get through a couple of tiers of rep that way. We'll see. It looks like I think you get 1,000 rep for each click that you use. Well, we'll find that out when I take a closer look later on. The annoying thing about the wharf is that it lies technically within Evendim instead of the Wildwood, so it's always showing the wrong map whenever you come in here, and you gotta wait till you get into the Wildwood area in order to see things properly, so that makes using the map and all that a little tricky in there. I guess these are the live catches. Okay, I caught a live critter. Alright, that's 2 of 6. So I have 2 live critters. I still need to find the meat traps. Anything else that we can find all around here. I presume that this means that when we do the Trestle stuff, we will eventually be rebuilding Trestle and getting it to look nice and pretty. That would be nice to see. So in fact, I think right after I do this quest, I'm going to head back over the Trestle see how far I can get in making Trestle nicer looking. And then we could come back here and do the rest of these. These seem to be all about hunting and all that stuff. And it would be nice to see Trestle look better than the burnt out ruin that we associate with it after all these years. And in fact, it also... Oh my goodness gracious, these guys respawn quickly. Because we've always been making fun of how many years Trestle has been burnt down, how long Archet's been burnt down, how long nothing has happened at Adso's farm or anything like that. So if we can deal with that finally and at least have one of them finally look better, then great. Then get out of here before I have to fight them again. It looks like the same traps, either catch them alive or catch them dead. Yeah, because that one got some gamey meat out of that one, and if there was a difference between that and the ones that gave me live prey, I couldn't see the difference. While picking up a couple of extra traps in there, I did get one unexpected boon. I finished up my Sicklefly quest, or I should say wasp deed, because yes, I managed to complete the Breland Sicklefly deed without killing a single Sicklefly. Plenty of wasps, but no Sickleflies. Now, if my calculations are right, this should be the last one I need. I have some gamey meat here, and now I need to speak with Nightcrawl in the wilds of the Wildwood, and oh, he spawned in at a nice convenient spot. You found some good meat and there are critters there, didn't you? Ha! And look at me, empty-handed. Happens to the best of us, I suppose. You, though, just beginner's luck, that's for sure. Now then, on to the next part of our hunting expedition. Hunting larger game is easier if we lure the beasts out. I want you to take those live critters you caught and put them into bear traps, alive. You want to put these live critters into bear traps, alive. Oh, I've been liking these guys less and less. You're taken back by Nightcrawl's words and see now that he is not very honorable. You agree to assist Night, but from your own plan as you start to question the reputable nature of the League of the Axe. All right, Pine Seed, get on with it. Okay, so I'm sorry. And I go through all this whole thing about questioning their motives, and then my character in the next paragraph is questioning the motives to them. So that was, okay, bait large game traps and let live creatures back into the wilds. Well, I think it's nice that I had 6 live ones and 6 dead ones then. First, we need to find a nice place to place some of the living critters. Okay, there you go. And stay out of the traps, please. I'm hoping that that squirrel is now smart enough to avoid traps in the future, and I could put some of the meat into there. Good. And that way, I hope that it is good enough to complete our particular needs. Now, I'm sure he's going to be wondering what in the world happened to all the meat I collected before, but, well, too bad. I guess sometimes it just gets away. I'm not too sure how appropriate it is to be baiting this trap right next to this boar. If the boar is not careful, it'll wind up being trapped instead of being near the bait, so to speak. This looks like the final squirrel that I need to release. Alright, there it goes away. And now I need to find Enid Nettlesting. Mission accomplished.
What can I do for you?
How'd you fare on the hunting expedition? Ah, good to hear. These meats will keep us fed and keep the league profitable. You have done good work for us. What do you think about using live animals as bait and traps? Oh, now, Pine Leaf, I hope those words are just a test of my good character. That is both cruel and lacking in the challenge and skill of hunting. The League of the Axe is a reputable group after all. Well, that's what I gotta say about that. I think there's something nasty out nigh that I'm sure is gonna be revealed later on in the storyline. But for now, let's see about Trestle Bridge, and maybe I have enough of these clickies to get the rep that I need. Yes, 1,000 rep per these, and that 1,000 rep could go pretty far, right? Let's see how am I doing in my Woodcutter's Brotherhood. I need 9 more of these clickies to get all the way up there. There you go. I have now reached it up to friend. And I even have enough in order to get another level after that. But let's save that until after I do whatever quest they have for me. Let's see what the next quest of the series is. A murder in Trestle Bridge. Uh-oh.
Would you do something for me?
Pineseed, I bear grave news. A guardsman has been killed in Trestle Bridge. There are rumors of an heir implicating a Woodcutter's Brotherhood member in an altercation with the deceased. You know as well as I that these are outrageous accusations. Someone must be spreading lies. Nellie Boskins has asked for you to investigate this matter, since you are both respected by the Woodcutters Brotherhood and well liked by the community at Trestlebridge for your past heroics. And speak with Nellie Boskins as soon as you're able, and please clear our name of any wrongdoing. Alright, I'll speak with Nellie Boskin and find out what is going on here. But I'll bet it's Nye. I'm sure it has something to do with that pesky, ill-conceived Nye who is trying to create troubles on both sides. Hello there, Nellie. I have a question concerning a murder.
How can I be of service?
Yes, I called upon you because you helped us to defend Trestlebridge. You are an impartial outsider that we all trust. I don't know who is to blame here. All I know is that I have a dead guardsman in Trestlebridge and no one saw who murdered him. That is correct, Piney. I'm very certain that it was murder. I would like you to investigate the murder and return with whomever is responsible. The longer this murder goes unsolved, the more distrust will be sown between the townfolk of Trestlebridge. Ooh, right. So I need to find the scene of the altercation first. I've been looking all around, seeing if I can find something, and I think I finally found the scene. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem. We have a cloak here. A ripped cloak. The ripped cloak appears to be right. Ripped cloth is part of a cloak. Okay, there's the body. The guard is dead and was stabbed in the stomach by, look at it. Stabbed in the stomach. All right. Well, not all right. He's dead. A coin. The Woodcutter's Brotherhood coin did not belong to the guard, who was not a member. So, did someone plant the coin? I think it was Nine that planted the coin. Blood? There is a faint trail of blood leading away from the scene of the altercation. Alright. Let's see. Maybe it's Nye. Let's head on down there. Well, this is... the trail run at Peter out after this? Well, even if it did... the trail continues downhill and away from Trestle Bridge. Alright, well, that won't be where the Brotherhood, though, would be hiding. Yes, so down, down, down. So it looks like less frequent spacing on there. Oh, what is going on down here? Down this way? Yeah? You know, I don't think I've ever been down in this area around Trestle Bridge before. So I don't know if this is something new or if it's always been a part of the landscape and they decided to do something with it. The trail ends at a small shed. Hold on. That knife, blood has dried on this knife, which matches the wounds on the guard's body. But what's in this shed? Guess we open up and find out. And the shed is currently empty, and the door looks like it has been forced open. It has been forced open. Well, that increases the chance of it having been a frame-up of some sort. What do we have here? A sash? The sash looks like it belonged to a brigand at one point. Alright. And a rope. This torn rope must have tethered a boat here for a time. Ooh. Well, it seems to me that the perpetrator has gotten away. Well, maybe if there's some blood there, I can find something out in the Wildwood. Of course, I'm going to have to go through these insufferable vines I keep on trying to avoid in order to track this. Maybe I should have just fallen it down the river instead. Perhaps that would have been better for me rather than going the way I did. I decided to go through Trestle Bridge and through the gate there, but maybe going down the river would have been a better idea. Well, it's a bit late for that choice now, unfortunately. And that means I have to go through. You find a brigand, wet and out of breath. Oh. Well, look at him. Hello there. Not another step. Stay! Stay back! Do you hear me? I'll cut you up real good if you come any closer. Now leave me be! Well, he is threatening the wrong warden. That's all I gotta say about that. Yes, I know, you just murdered someone. Well, okay, it's not nigh, but close enough. Well, now I gotta haul him to prison. I hope that you'll stay here for a while.
Tell me what you need or move along.
I need some answers. No sense hiding it from you now that I'm caught. Yes, I killed the guard. Got paid well for it too. Then I had to flee on my boat when you started to sniff around my hiding spot. I weren't prepared for those river rapids though. That there was my downfall. I should have never listened to that orc and taken this job. What? I don't know which orc. We weren't chums after all. He didn't give me a name. Now leave me be. You already caused me enough hurt for one day. Oh boy. I caused him. He killed the guard. Good grief. Well, I suppose that means that we're pretty sure the Brotherhood had nothing to do with it. An orc. Now, it sounds like something that will be consistent with what's going on here. Because, yes, why would anyone want to get money from an orc? Well, he was a brigand, I guess.
How can I be of service?
Thank you, Pine Seed, for clearing the names of all those who associate themselves with the Woodcutters Brotherhood. We have you to thank for helping the Trestlebridge townfolk, working together as we rebuild and improve our daily lives. Nellie Boskins was grateful to see the murderer brought to justice swiftly. Now that you have returned, you should have a look now to see how the reconstruction efforts are coming along. Giles Chadwick and others have been working very hard to rebuild the town. Now, let's see what it looks like now. Not that I remember what was broken before, because whenever I go through here, I don't remember, because that one's still taken out. So I gotta find out which spot did they fix up since the last time we were around here. Hopefully, it's a place where I will actually notice it. Because last time I was saying, what? Well, because we still got that thing in a mess. That's still in a mess. Someplace there is a building that looks better, and I completely forgot what it looked like beforehand. Perhaps this is the building? More Trestle Bridge has been rebuilt. Well, one more building. Now we have several more to go. Now let's speak with Aaron Greenwith again. And that will conclude this little quest. What do you say?
What do you need?
I'm worried still about the brigand who confessed to you. We now know that an orc is commanding and organizing efforts to destroy Pressbridge, both from outside and within. We must find this orc soon, for the sake of everyone in this town. Until then, I hope that we're able to continue to thwart the enemy's plans. There you go. Now, on top of this, now we looked at this bulletin before, which is unchanged, but it appears that this bulletin board has something on it now. There's a bounty for Akvosh. Who among you wishes to walk through the Wildwood without fear for your side? It is not possible without the rusty Tarkrip dagger could be plunged into your back at any moment. Of the Tarkrip orcs, there is one that stalks these lands, killing any who wander alone. Avkosh is his name, a reward for any who bring this vile orc down. Maybe we'll be lucky and that'll be the same orc we need to catch there, right? And now we also have Gethan Oxai. There you go. Gethan Oxai. He hopped the old ruins only for the reason that he did not find the riches that he was looking for. Gethan Oxai, the tomb robber, has a reputation for making enemies everywhere that he goes. How much longer will he be allow this mean deviant to wander throughout the Wildwood? I offer a reward to any of those who can rid the woods of Gethan Oxai. So we have a brigand, an orc. Now what about here? How about Tansy Haresfoot? Tansy Haresfoot. Yes, she stood She stood atop the hill, and I knew she spied me from afar. Tansy Haresfoot, the deadly assassin, watched me. I was lucky, for I was not her target on that day. How long must we live in fear when we harvest the bountiful resources of the Wildwood? I offer rewards to any who can rid these woods of Tansy Haresfoot. I never want to see that brigand on the higher ground in the Wildwood ever again. I know, with me like Tansy Haresfoot, it almost sounds like a hobbit instead of like a brigand. Well, I guess I know Brelands like these crazy planty names also. And then finally, Thunash. Well, that certainly doesn't sound like a hobbit. Have you heard of the emissary from Sharky striding through the wild like he owns the place? To this I refute, not if I have anything to say about it. Thunash, the half-orc, believes that the Wildwood is his to burn and conquer, a reward to any who can bring this vile half-orc down. Yes, anything to bring down them. So, in the next episode, I am going to hunt down these bounties. And then maybe I could get the rep with that plus a few clickies to continue in our story here in Trestle Bridge as we wander through the Wildwood.